There's something very special in this box. So back in 2016, I got Golden Freddy, the Funko action figure, and pretty much ever since then, he was the only Funko figure I ever got from any of the first waves. It actually wasn't until a couple years back when I was working at Five Below, when I saw that they were selling the security breach figures, like the Funko figures, and obviously I thought, I mean, you know, Five Below, you know, it's not a bad store, but a lot of the knickknacks that they have are really like crazy. And they've had Funko stuff before, like even like FNAF Funko figures, but they were always like the tie-dye like recolors, and they were like, okay man, I don't fucking want that. But one day I just saw they were selling legitimate like the security breach characters, like the entire main game. And they were going for $5 each. So pretty much I bought all 4 of them, like for like $5 each, $5 a pop, pretty much. And it was like $15 with my discount, which I had because I worked there. I worked at Five Below, so I think that was probably the best deal I ever got out of anything I've ever bought. And it's funny too because I also bought Vanny as well, a little bit before then, I would say. And you know how much I got her for? $12. I got her by herself for $12. But the main gang, the main security breach, the glam rocks, $15. I did also get Dreadbear as well, a little bit after that too, for like again $5. So I mean, I think I got a pretty good deal. But even then, I always felt like I was missing a lot. You know, I missed a lot by not getting a lot of the other earlier Funko figures, especially Wave 1. I mean, I never got Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, and any of the main games besides Golden Freddy, really. And then even like the Sizzle Vacation, and then even like Nightmares, even the Pizzeria Simulator game. I never got any of them. Sky Baby, gosh, it looks really good, by the way. Like, amazing figure. So I decided a little bit ago that I was going to finally, you know, finish Wave 1. At least Wave 1, because I just know way I'm getting all of them. I mean, there was no way I was going to get all of them, pretty much. I mean, you know how much you're going for in eBay? Jesus Christ. But I was going to try to at least get Wave 1, and I mean the entirety of Wave 1, so including Springtrap, which was, Jesus, I mean, that added a lot of, it made it more difficult, unfortunately, but I was determined to, I was gonna get Springtrap as well. And I would have done it sooner. I would have done this sooner if I didn't know that Jazzwares was gonna make their new line of figures. But I saw what the FNAF 1 characters look like, and this, honestly, I mean, they look alright. I don't know. It's definitely most of the colors and textures. It's just it doesn't feel the same as Funko's, unfortunately. I know Funko's merch isn't like the best anyway. Like, it's not like amazing or anything. But I think they really did. I generally did like how they colored most of the characters, how they painted them, and the textures too, like how dirty they look. Like the Wave 1 figures looked really like lived in, and I think it really fit with the FNAF 1 aesthetic. And it doesn't. I don't know. It definitely look very pretty much like toys, which is fine because I mean the figures, they're pretty much toys, but they never looked as good. I don't think they look as good as the Funko ones, in my opinion. But recently, my good friend Brandon, I told him that I was gonna try and somehow find every single Wave 1 figure, including Springtrap. I told him, and he told me that he was actually trying to get, he was just willing to give me all of his figures that he got when he was little, pretty much. And he had Wave 1 through 3, like in the entire sets, including the Build-A figures too. So he was like, "Yo, I can just give you them," and then he was willing to let them go. So, and I was like, I didn't believe him at first. I thought he was joking, but no, he was genuinely he was trying to get rid of these figures. Or at least, you know, they were sitting in a box anyway. So he was like, yeah, I'll give them to you. And yeah, this is what we have here. We have the motherload of FNAF merch right here, and I'm really excited. I get to talk about I get to actually own these figures for the first time. This is genuinely like my 10-year-old self. My 10-year-old self would have been extremely fucking happy about this. Like, wow, this is like genuinely a dream come true. Finally getting out, and it's awesome. So I'm gonna take most of the figures out, and I'm gonna just see. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about them, man, because it look really. Some of them are really genuinely really amazing. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Thank you again, Brandon, for the figures. Follow him on Twitch, Carrotfish. If you want to see some sexy ass streams, some awesome gameplays of like Animal Crossing and Mario Kart, follow him now, or else I'm fucking gonna bomb your house. I'm also going to remodel my shelves, so I'm probably just gonna show that as well because it's cool. I'm first starting with Wave 1, which honestly is near perfect. I have the same things to say about each figure. Freddy looks genuinely fantastic, same with Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. Chica is actually my personal favorite figure in the wave. Her design is translated very well into figure form. I don't know, it's weird, but I know, I don't know, her design just looks very well. Like, it looks so good in figure form. I don't know, it's weird because it's fucking FNAF 1 Chica, but I don't know, I just love her figure. I will say, definitely one of the worst parts about Wave 1 is unfortunately due to age and being played with for many years. A lot of the joints have broken, making their limbs extremely loose. And it's made worse that Wave 1 already has really weak joints. I don't know, they're very finicky. My original Golden Freddy, in fact, his legs are really loose to the point where they just fall off easily. Like you can see in the video, it literally, I just like had to move the figure slightly and it just fell off. Chica's arm also is hard to pose. Oh my god! It makes like very scary snapping noises, and I hope that doesn't mean anything, because it would suck for this figure. It would suck to break a figure already. I don't want to break that. I don't want to break my Chica figure. Yeah, I will say this: Foxy definitely has it the worst. I mean, he legit had to come in a bag since his arms just fall off. It fell off. Brennan told me there's no way. There's no way this guy was gonna come in one piece. Oh god. This sucks because Foxy's generally another great figure. I mean, all of them are great, but Foxy again, he has a very unique design, and I think he looks very good in figure form. His head's a bit wobbly though. I think that's just again due to being played with for a while now. Like the joints are honestly not that great in Wave 1, but honestly that depends on like which figure you get, because Brandon's Golden Freddy figure has better joints than my Golden Freddy figures, so I think it's just like it just seems like a quality control issue. I will say though, best part about getting Wave 1 completely is that I finally own Springtrap after many years, man. He legit looks fantastic, man. He's one of the best things in my collection, and I'm legit very happy to own this guy finally. Definitely gonna keep this guy from like until I'm old. Now on to Wave 2, which is very interesting considering they went straight to FNAF 4, which I always found that odd. Even more so because they included Funtime Foxy, which not only didn't fit the theme, it wasn't even a character we ever saw officially, besides like FNAF World, technically. Still cool though, they were included. Figure-wise, they all look fucking amazing. I mean, this is coming from someone who's never been the biggest fan of the FNAF 4 designs. I mean, they definitely look better in the dark, in my opinion. I love how they all have a little gap between their chest and legs. That's so fucking cool to me. And some details are strange though, like how Chica's holding the cupcake in the wrong arm. A big plus in this wave is how much better the joints are compared to Wave 1. Like, they feel way sturdier and less loose. Like, thank God for that. Also, I want to point out how Funtime Foxy has the tail molded in. It's so adorable. I really love that. And Nightmare Freddy comes with a cute little Freddo. I need to talk about Nightmare because his figure might be one of the coolest and also funniest figures out of any of the waves. I always wondered how his figure was gonna stand. Like, could he even stand on his own? Turns out he straight up just doesn't. He cannot stand on his own. Like if you put him in a table, he just falls. So there's no way to display him without without having like some kind of other thing holding him, you know, in place. It's so stupid, but honestly, it's kind of charming. Still glad he became a figure though. I really, he's one of the coolest of his like characters in FNAF 4. Also, I will say though, I want to point out his ribs are made out of a different material than the rest of the body. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I just found that kind of odd. Wave 3 is really interesting, since it's fully themed around Sister Location, which is a game that people either love or hate. Personally, I like it more than most people, but it's not even in my top 5 favorites, honestly. That being said, I always loved how this game looked, including the characters. Their face plates are always gonna be one of my favorite new additions from that game. And the figures in Wave 3 do a really good job at doing these designs justice. Paint-wise, it's weaker than the previous waves, unfortunately. I think that's due to these characters having brighter colors. So I'm guessing it's easier to notice mistakes. Either way, they still look great. Phantom Foxy's face will always look off to me though. It's mostly the eyes, really. I don't know. They're really wonky. The rest of the group looks good though, especially Phantom Freddy. I love his head sculpt. It looks so good. The material he's made out of is more shiny, which, you know, makes sense because of the game. And his little Bon puppet is really awesome. Although he looks a bit scary though. I still love him though. And also, Baby's eyes are green, so that means that this figure has killed a child, which is very cool. I like that. Any of the criticisms I've said so far do not apply to what I think is the greatest and my actual personal favorite figure. I know I said Chica is my favorite figure, but that's Wave 1. In terms of the whole Funko series, it has to be fucking Ennard. Holy shit, this figure is genuinely beautiful. Great detail, fantastic sculpt. Love how he has the multiple eyes around his body. I mean, yeah, his mask is missing the eyebrows, but I don't really care. It doesn't make the figure look any less good. And the actual game did this too, so like, fucking, who cares? Like Springtrap, I'm so happy to finally get my hands on him after so many years. Also, him and Soundwave are fucking fighting. Holy shit, you guys see that? I'm kind of scared. What the fuck? It's going to be very hard for any figure to top Ennard. This includes both Funko and the new Jazzwares figures. Which also includes the Ennard figure, which they revealed recently. Honestly, at first glance, it does not look as good as Funko's. Like, I really don't. This whole video is pretty much a whole Funko glaze, but genuinely, it's just not as good. It's just not as good as the Funko figure. There's no way. Okay, I know I've been making fun of Jazzwares this entire video, but genuinely, I did see the security breach line as well. There's no contest. There's just no. It's not fair between this and Funko's. Like, it's night and day. I will say I'm not gonna buy these figures because it's Jazzwares, but I have to give props to the team who worked on these figures. They look genuinely fantastic. Great. They look great sculpts, great material. They actually look good. They actually, look like the characters. Which can be said the same for the FNAF 1 figures, but at least they got the security breach characters right. And including their ruined versions too. I'm not ruined, they're shattered versions. They look really good too. I also want to mention the Funko Pops. I've never been the biggest fan of Funko Pops. I mean, a lot of people have said this, but they all just look pretty much the same mold, same pose. It's just it's very, I don't know. It's just not that interesting. It's not really cool merch. I will say though, the FNAF ones are, they're pretty decent. The FNAF 1 gang, they look really good as Funko Pops. I think they look fine. The puppet though looks great. I think the puppet looks really good. Mainly because, again, they didn't use the fucking black eyes like every Funko Pop uses. So she looks great. But to be honest, any Funko Pop that does not use the black eyes looks great. So I mean, it's not really fair. It's not really, that's kind of bare minimum, really. Okay, the plan is to pretty much move the Godzilla stuff down here and move the Transformers to here. Maybe have more like I'm trying to like move them down, like layer them kind of, you know what I mean? Like move Godzilla here, Transformers here, and if I don't have any space, I move Transformers here. That's okay if it's not. If so, then it just that will stay like that. That will be Transformers. This Godzilla stuff will move right here. I'm not sure exactly what to do with the other figures here besides the FNAF ones. I know what I'm doing with those. But then over here will definitely be the FNAF. I'm gonna clean this whole thing up, dust it, and everything. I'm going to put the FNAF stuff here and possibly here. Maybe keep this Sega stuff here. And then I'll put the books down over here, and then maybe if I don't have space for the FNAF stuff, if I don't have space for one section, I'll put the rest of the FNAF stuff right here. So it'll be like, yeah, and that cannot be moved, because then if I move it, that whole thing's gonna fall down. It's been like that forever, and it sucks. And here are the final shelves. I think they both look great. I'm not I'm not the best at organizing my shelves, but I think I did a pretty good job at adding the figures here. I don't know. They look great. I love the shelves, and I'm happy to finally have a fully dedicated FNAF shelf. I'm very happy. I love these characters. I love this franchise, and it's cool. These are definitely merch. These are definitely figures I'm gonna keep for a long time. Thank you, Brendan, again for letting me have your figures. I appreciate it. Love you, man. I will say that before I finish the video, I gotta say I can finally do Golden Freddy X-Men go big.